Good morning friends, welcome to economic classes. I am Basura sir. We are continuing with the theory of consumer behavior. We have discussed so many of topics, and in the last class we just had been to the budget set, budget line, the formula, and how that we can set the budget by the example of taking schedule and diagram. We have already gone through it very clearly. So today's class we just directly go through it, that how the budget line is having some characteristics or some of the features where we are going to call them as a properties. So let us see this in this today's class. So here you see properties of budget line. That budget line, how it derives, that how it is going to slopes downward from left to right. That is what the different characteristics that we are going to see today's class. So now you see the first one characteristics here is it slopes downward from left to right. As we already seen in the yesterday's diagram, that how the diagram is going to slope from left to right downward. It slopes downward from top to down, that is from left side to right side, it slopes downward. Why it slopes downward? It is because of the inverse or opposite relationship between the units that we are going to gain and the units what we are going to sacrifice. In the yesterday's class we already seen that the units of apple that we are going to gain in by the sacrifice of the units of banana. By sacrificing banana, and we are going to gain the units of apple, and this is how we have seen in the yesterday's class. By the opposite relationship between apple and banana. Banana we are going to sacrifice in order to gain 1 unit of apple, and this is how we are going to have the opposite direction or opposite relationship between apple and banana. That makes that budget line to slope downward from left to right. There is an inverse relationship. Remember, wherever it may be, any curves that they slope downward from left to right only. Okay, so this is the first characteristics of a budget line or the properties. And coming to the next one, it shows the money income spent which is exactly equal to the cost. Money income equals to cost. As I already told you, how much income we have, the same amount we are going to spend on entire cost are the units that we are going to purchase. If I had a 40 rupees, the 40 rupees entirely spent on purchase of any two commodities. As we already seen in the last example, that 40 rupees was the income, the total 40 rupees spent on the purchase of two units in a different combinations, and that is the second features or the properties of this budget line. And coming to the next one, if consumer spends less than his income, if he is going to spend less than his income, then it is going to call as underspent. Any consumers who are going to spend less than their income, how much of income that they had, less than that if they spent on purchase of different commodities, then it is going to call as underspent, which is below to that budget line. So you can just see budget line, that how it is. This is the budget line. Then underspent, which means exactly on this it is perfectly purchased. The total income is exactly equal to on that cost, which means the points which are plotted on this budget line which shows income exactly equal to cost. Below than this budget, if there are any points which are below to this, they are going to call as underspent, which means the total cost which is spent on purchase of these goods are less than the total income, and then it is going to call as underspent. In the same way, fourth one property which says that if consumer spends more than his income, then it is called overspent. His income is 40, if he wants to purchase more than 40, it may be 45, 50, 60, more than that, then it is going to call. Here in the budget line you can say the points which are over and above this budget line, if the points which are plotted above the budget line, they are called as overspent, or in another word we can also call unattainable point, because our income is 40. If we want to purchase more than that, it is not possible, because how much we have and that only we can purchase, beyond that we can't. If you want to go and purchase, then which is called as overspend, more than 45 rupees, then you have to say 40 rupees, then you have to say you have to take the loan or something, you have to make an arrangement in order to purchase more than what you want to purchase. Okay, so that is what, more than this budget line or over and above this budget line or over and above income, if you are going to purchase, that are called overspent. Less than that, underspent. Over than that, overspent. Exactly equal to that, income and cost are one and the same. So these are some of the properties or features of this budget line. So I hope you are clear with these properties of a budget line. So come to the next one, differentiation between budget set and budget line. We already understood budget set one side and the another side, and the other side budget line. So how these two are different, whether both are similar or whether both are different. So as per our understanding, we can say that budget set and budget line both are different. How do we differentiate these two? Let us see through these some of the differentiation points. So the first one, coming to the point of meaning. So as we all know that meaning of budget set, what is the meaning of budget set? Budget set is the collection of different bundles of two commodities which are available to a consumer at a prevailing market price and given level of income. So within the price of market, or within the market price and the given level of income, how many different combinations or how many different collection of bundles that we are going to obtain, and that is called budget set. The same time, if we come to the budget line, so budget line is what? Budget line is a line which shows where the income of a consumer exactly spent on the cost and purchase of different bundles of two commodities. It's a line where it shows the total money income exactly equal to cost, whereas in the budget set is a set where it is the collection of different bundles of commodities which are available to a consumer at marketing price and as well as at a given level of income. So from the meaning point of view, again these two are different. And coming to the second point, as I already told you, budget set is also called as opportunity set, whereas budget line is also called as price line. Opportunity set is the budget set, whereas price line is the budget line. In the last one, we are going to say that here budget set is the tabular presentation of data or scheduled presentation of data, where the budget set we just put into the table, and by that we are going to understand. But here in the budget line, we are not going to put with the schedule, but we go through with the diagram. So here this budget line can be called as it's a graphical presentation or diagrammatic form of presenting the data. So budget set is the tabular presentation of data or scheduled presentation of data, whereas budget line is the diagrammatic presentation of data or graphical presentation of the data. So these are the some of differentiation in between budget set as well as budget line. So let us go directly towards one more topic with related to this particular budget line only, that is slope of the budget. As I already told you, how this slopes downward. What are the reasons to slope downward? Why actually it slopes downward from left to right? It's not moving upside, right? It's coming downside. Why actually it comes downside? Why it slopes downside? So if we get into the meaning of this slope of the budget, where we are going to say that how many units of commodity 2. So commodity 2, in the last example what we have taken, banana. So how many units of banana you are going to sacrifice in order to gain 1 unit of a apple or wood 1. So that is what, by the amount of goods you are going to sacrifice in order to gain 1 unit of a commodity, that is called slope of the budget line. That makes the budget line to slope left to right downward. Okay, so this is how we have slope of the budget. In the last case we already seen. So what we have seen here on the side of banana and apple. So if we want to get 1 unit of apple, that is 5 to 4. So 1 unit of apple, if you want to increase 1 unit of apple, what you have done in that case? So you have to sacrifice 2, means you have to sacrifice 2 units of banana. If you want to gain 1 unit of apple, you have to sacrifice 2 units of banana to get the same price equals to the apple. 5 rupees is the price of banana in the last case, and 10 rupees was the price of that is what apple. So 10 rupees is double of price of the banana. So that is how we are going to say here. So if you sacrifice 2 units of banana to get a 1 unit of apple, and that what it makes the inverse relationship. One side you are sacrificing, other side you are gaining, and that makes the budget line to slope left to right downward. So here we have a formula that how do you calculate this slope of the budget line. That is what we call derivation of the slope of the budget line. Here we have the formula minus PB, slope of the budget line is equals to minus PB divided by minus PA. Minus PB is what? Minus PB, minus indicates what? It's a negative that we are going to lose. We are going to sacrifice. As we are going to lose or sacrifice, what we are going to sacrifice? We are sacrificing the banana. So the units of banana sacrificed divided by the units of apple gained. So once again I'll tell you, minus which indicates sacrificeness, or you are going to lose. What you are losing here? You are losing banana. So how many of units of banana you are losing in order to get 1 unit of apple, and that is what we are going to see here. So in the last case I already told you how many of units of banana you are going to lose here. 2 units of banana you are going to lose. That as you lose, I write minus 2 divided by how many units of apple you are going to get? 1 unit of apple you are going to get divided by 1. So the answer will be minus 2. That you are going to get minus 2. So slope always indicates coming down, which loses, decreases. So minus 2. So this is the value of slope of budget line, that we always get minus 2 only. Whatever you go, wherever you go, in order to bring in that last example what we already seen with the table, so there you will see that wherever you calculate by having that examples, you will get minus 2 always, and that minus 2 which indicates the slope of the budget line. Okay, this is clear. Well, coming to the one more topic in the same, that is price ratio. I hope you are clear with budget line, the slope of budget line, where PB is the amount of banana sacrificed divided by the amount of apple gained. Okay, and coming to this price ratio. So price ratio again similar to budget line, that is slope of the budget line. In the slope of the budget line, we will find the reason why it slopes. Here in case of price ratio, we will see that what is the ratio in between the price of one commodity with the price of other commodity. How much of price of apple is related with the price of banana, that we are going to see in the price ratio. So again here we can give the meaning of this price ratio. Price ratio is the ratio of how much of the price on OX axis is divided by the price of the good on the OY axis. I repeat once again, price ratio is the ratio where the price of a good on OX axis divided by the price of a good on OY axis, then it is called price ratio. What is the price on the good which is there on OX axis? So this is what OX axis, right? So what is the price here? Apple. See, for example, in the apple, what was the price of apple that we have taken? That is rupees 10 in the last example. The price of good which is there in OX axis. What is the good? It is there on the OX axis. The good which is there on OX axis is apple. What is the price of apple? The price of apple is 10. That is divided by the price of a good which is there on OY axis. What is the good which is there on the OX axis? That is banana. So what was the price of banana? Banana price was 5, isn't it? So the price of banana is 5, the price of apple is 10. Then the formula is given to us. The price ratio is equals to Px divided by Py. Px is what? The price of a good on OX axis divided by the price of a good on OY axis. The price of a good on OX axis is apple, that is rupees 10, and the price of banana, that is which is there on OY axis, and that is rupees 5. If we find the division of this, 5 1 jar, 5 2 jar, then what you get the answer here? 2 divided by 1, or you can also write only 2. The price ratio, the ratio here, the price of apple which is twice than the price of banana. Then what we are going to find here? 2:1. The ratio between apple and the banana prices, then what it is? 2:1. Is that clear? The ratio between price of apple and the price of banana both have 2:1, where we can say that the price of apple is double than the price of banana, or where the price of banana is half to the price of apple. So like this we can calculate the price ratio and slope of the budget line. I hope this is clear with related to the slope of the budget line and the price ratio. Okay, if you get any doubts related to this, you can just contact us. Thank you so much.